Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
His first carry. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Hines. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Harris. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they try the right side here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Harris. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Go! 90 Wolf! Hey! Wahoo!
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, Zoo!
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
10 Lobo. Yeah. Hey, Alpha.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Ready.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now Harris. On play action. Looking for a kick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Single, slot.
Block now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. Sanders on for the extra point.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, it's Hines. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Denzel Ward. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's Harris to throw on 2nd down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
First down, Saints.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Hines. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Harris now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Drew Kaiser now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lock, and he comes back with one complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Double up.
Here's Hines. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
No. He's coming.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On first down, Hines, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And Watson has it right side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Rock now, 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Harris. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's Hines. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I know he ain't got
it. To throw is Harris. Operating from the gun. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. Back to throw. Harris. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. On 1st down, Locke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Harris throwing on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Harris to throw on 3rd down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Harris. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Mike, 55. Right there.
2nd and 5. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it's 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 55.
It's a party.
Operating from the gun, Harris. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's 4th down and goal at the 5-yard line.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. 55. Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
Harris now. A final shot before break. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Block off of play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Locke. Over the middle, complete. It's Arnold. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Locke now, just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Locke now to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. From midfield, here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Locke. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Hey, exit. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check 15. Ready.
Block will try again on 2nd down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Mike 55, Mike 55.
To throw is Harris. On third down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tack McKinley. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons are going to get it at the 20.
On the ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Yes.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Too little, check.
Go.
They look to throw. It's Locke.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On third down, it's Hines. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1 yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. On fourth down, Harris. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They'll run on first down. Hines. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Harris looking to throw on second down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Saints on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Harris. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine.
Now.
On fourth down, Lutz. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, and the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 11. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw. Harris. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. Harris. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harris. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Harris. Operating from the gun. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here I come again. Mike,
Rock it.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike 40. Quit talking about it.
Go on.
Check nickel.
Wide. Get wide. Ready.
They'll go for it. It's locked. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, foxtrot. Fight.
Clock now on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw it is locked. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here's Harris. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. Looking to throw. Harris. And Thomas has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Harris now on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Robert Kimdichie. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on the
Back to throw. Harris. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
First down.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Hot seven.
To throw is Harris on first and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Looking to throw. Harris. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll make it third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Harris. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as